friends. How are you? Adjusting my sound a bit. How is everyone? Yes, it's Friday. I mean, usually... I just realized I turned the fan on, but it's like not on. Give me 1 second. It gets really warm in here otherwise. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay, fan's on now. So I hadn't started right away. I was turning the fan on. I sat down. I was like, wait a minute. Why isn't it running? Anyway, okay. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Linda, hello. Palma, hello. Jeanette, hello. Kara, Britt, hello, hello. Shannon, hello. Let's see. Michelle, good morning. All right. Well, hi, Kara. See, I know somebody in my personal life that goes by Kara, not Kara, because I called her Kara initially. She's like, it's Kara. So it's like my brain doesn't switch. Anyway, good morning, everyone. So let's see. So we have a couple announcements. I finished up this page. So this one with all 4 parts is up, and you guys get the first sneaky peek. This one is done already. And it is probably going to go up on Sunday. So that one's done. And then I need to figure out, this is not the final piece of paper. This is just like what I had. Normally I put like these layout papers in between. But anyway, thanks. So next up will be this one. Oh, it looks like I got some pastel on that page. I'll need to eraser that off. Hi, Foggy. Thank you. Yeah, so I'll need to figure out what the next one is, but this one will go up on Sunday. People seem to really respond better when I put them all in one video, like it gets much more audience retention versus parts. So sometimes it's hard not to do parts with these ones, but with this one, I was like, I don't want to split this up in 3 parts. So I did them all the same color palette. This one will all be on 1. That one will probably all be on 1, because these aren't super detailed. I might figure out something unique to do with those. This one will probably be in parts. Ooh, we recognize that one. Anyway, I was looking at it the other day because I was like, how far along am I? Like this side looks thicker because I've got individual pages and we worked on it. But in reality, if you press it, we're probably about 1/3 of the way through the book. About 1/3 of the way. I didn't anticipate it would take this long, but I forgot to anticipate that, I don't know, life, and it's hard. As it is, we're planning our Oregon summer trip, and so I'm like, okay, well, I need to get like a ton filmed and caught up so that one can, I can have videos going up while I'm gone. The other announcement is you might have seen a little sneaky peek of it in my stories, but this one is partially there. This is going to be June's coloring download for Facebook and Instagram subscribers, as well as YouTube members. Pencils tier, pencils tier. I was gonna say pencil tier and up, but there's no tier higher than pencils. It's just 2 tiers. Anyway, but this one will be available in June. I really like it. I did kind of like a 60s vibe to it with a slightly more vintagey TV, which I kind of hate using the word vintage now because it just makes me realize, like, technically, like, my kid's doing this song thing and they're wanting them to pick like oldies, vintage songs. Do you know what song she picked, you guys? Breakaway by Kelly Clarkson. Came out in 2004. Gosh dang it. But it makes sense though, because when I was in high school, 80s and 70s were vintage. So when I say vintage, I mean like 50s or 60s. But then I feel like that's not fair because some of you were teenagers in the 50s and 60s. And then that's like saying, I don't know, what is the how much time has to pass for something to be considered vintage? 30 years? 40 years? I mean, I guess technically 80s would be vintage now. I don't know. I don't. Sorry, I'm going around in circles. Anyway, I just feel like I'm hyper aware of the word vintage these days. But I'm excited to get this one finished coloring. I'm hoping to work on it this weekend. We shall see. But this one will go up for download on June 1st. I think that is all the announcements I have. I haven't been, like, I've been doing, a lot of stuff behind the scenes. 20 years is vintage? Oh, God. Let's see, 2004, I don't know. It's weird, right? It's weird. 20 to 99 years. Hi, Carol. 20 years is vintage? I don't like that. Anyway, at least when I pulled up like an oldie station on the radio, it was still like Beach Boys and the Beatles and all of that. 100 and above is antique? Oh, gosh. What's ancient then? Like 500 years in the past? Anyway, we're going to keep working on this page today. Like I said, not a ton of announcements this week. We are in the thick of it for the end of school stuff. So like Steve and I have had to like sync calendars because there's so much going on between special days at school and events and awards and field day and fun day and all the other, anyway, it's chaos. So, yeah, we've just been super busy. Hi, Sue. Hi, Kim. If I missed anyone coming in, I apologize. But yeah, so we're just going to dive straight in. So we are working in, and it's been so sweet and lovely to see all of Emelie's videos and everything with the book. So if you don't have it yet, we are coloring in Fantasy World, and we are using the Derwent Drawing, which was a wonderful birthday gift. Last time we did the skin tones, so if you missed it, these are the colors we used. And you can always go back and watch it, but if anybody's catching up and they want to screenshot it, that's where we are at. So today is the 5th. So let's see, is this one? Let's use this one. All right, so there we go. All right, part 2 today is 5/15/26. All right. So we are going to be working on, it's very cold here today. Yeah, I saw some people had some pretty significant temperature fluctuations. We had some earlier this week, but for the next few days, it's going to be like in the 90s here. So yeah, it's warm, but it's been like a pleasant 90s. Like, you know, for Texas in May, we're actually doing really well. The summer was long, but it has stayed pleasantly cool. But the kids are super excited because we've got like a week left in school. We keep doing how many school days left countdown. So yeah. All right. Well, we are going to be working on her hair today. Thank you. 67. Ooh, I bet that's nice. So we're going to be working on her hair today. Obviously, we'll be grabbing our black. This is the shorter one from my previous set, so we still have a full length black that we can, sorry, ivory black that we can use. Let's see. The question is, because now that we go into her hair and her shirt and the flowers, we kind of need to figure out what tone we want. Do we want to do warm colors or cool colors? I'm kind of leaning towards like greens and oranges. Bebopped out in my shorts this morning, instantly regretted it. Oh no! That's hilarious. So yeah, I'm thinking greens and oranges, so we could go for a slightly warmer skin tone. So we'll choose, I know, right? I love it, Britt. We'll choose a kind of, let's do our brown ochre, because we'll need to have slightly warmer highlights on top. So let's see, brown ochre, okay. Brown ochre, we're gonna get woodland. Let's see, woodland, definitely some dark brown. We'll get chocolate. Let's see, any others? We could get a little Venetian red, but we're going to be using a lot of browns today. So, Venetian red. Yeah. All right, Venetian red, and then let's go for wheat in case we need a lighter color. I don't think I want to go for full white. Yeah, I think those will be good for now. So before we go on, let's go ahead and get those written down. I need to write down, like I have for that page I just showed you that was the Small Victories one. I have this because I was planning out my color palette, because this is the card that I chose to go with. And so I didn't write them in the book, but I have them here. These were all the colors that I used for that page. Okay, so we have, let's zoom in here. Again, I'll probably say this every time. I apologize for my atrocious handwriting. If I take my time, it's nice, but ivory black. Okay, ivory black. Then we have dark brown. Oh, I smeared that. Dark brown. Okay, then we have woodland. Okay. Hi, Angela. Use the outdoor table. I was shivering. Oh no. Why do I write things down? So that we can keep track of what colors we used, and so that anybody else that's following along, they could just screenshot it. It makes it much easier. I still call out what colors I'm using, but I've really enjoyed having these as a reference because we go back all the way to, that was for the painting class, but it just really is an easy way to keep track of everything. Okay, so chocolate, we got woodland, we're gonna do brown ochre. And it's just easier for me to remember to write them at the beginning than as we go along. Let's see, wheat. Okay. And then Venetian red. Also, if the music's too loud, let me know. Venetian red. Okay. All right, so those are those colors. If we end up using like any markers or anything, we'll mark it down. So let's see, let's give these all a quick sharpen. Did everybody have a good Mother's Day? Hi, Marcy, if you guys were doing Mother's Day. Steve was great. I got to take it easy, and he made like a pesto pasta. The kids had some presents. Steve got me some flowers, so it was very nice. Got to relax. Take the 90s for a while, right? Yeah, I'll take the 90s over like the hundreds, absolutely. The kids humored me, and on Sunday we started watching Doctor Who. I know that the Christopher Eccleston season is a little brutal, but we're making it through it, and they've been enjoying it. But it's definitely gonna have to be like a weekend thing because they like to watch like episodes back to back. Plus, ooh, that's nice and bright. I also am introducing little Steve to Marvel. He wants the whole Infinity Saga. So we're not doing all of them. We're not doing all of them. Mostly because some of the early Iron Man one, like the first Iron Man is a little, gonna be a little bit much. He's not quite old enough for that one. But here, let's get started. So let's actually just start with the brown ochre, and we're just going to fill it all in. So, let's see, do I want to zoom it out? We're going to zoom this out for now. No, because I want you guys to be able to see it. Remove that. And then if I forget to shift it down, just yell at me. But we started with the first Avengers movie because he knows who the heroes are. He plays a game called Marvel Snap with Steve, and so he recognizes a lot of the heroes. So we started with the first Avengers movie, and then we did the Avengers. We finished Guardians of the Galaxy last night. Avengers and... well, maybe that was it. Maybe we just did Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy. Some of them I don't think are super necessary like Thor Dark World. It's all right. So we more so just explain that one to him because I'm also trying to be cognizant. Like we're probably gonna have to skip over some parts in Infinity War because I don't want to give him nightmares. We definitely had to skip over some parts in Guardians of the Galaxy, but he thought like the dance off was hilarious and everything. But it's so fun. It's so fun to experience it with him for the first time. So like in the Avengers when, and I guess spoilers, but it's been out for a while. So if you haven't seen it and don't want to hear it, close your ears. Anyway, the part in the first Avengers movie where Tony Stark flies the missile up into space and into the alien spaceship, and then he falls down. Like little Steve the whole time was like, "Well, he's Iron Man. He can't die, right? Like he's gonna be fine." He's just like he's trying to reassure himself like during the whole thing. I don't have the heart to tell him about Endgame, guys. But you know, he knows that Thanos is beat in the end, you know, just over time. But a lot of the ups and downs of the movies he hasn't experienced yet. Hilariously enough, so far of the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy, his favorite character is Rocket. So it's been a lot of fun to watch those with him, and he's fully into it. He's excited for school to start for summer vacation to start, because then that means he gets to watch a lot more Avengers. So we're going through them. I'm definitely skipping some just because it's going to be a bit much. Like even past the Infinity Saga. Oh my gosh, has anyone seen the Multiverse of Madness? Zero Rocka's favorite? Yeah, no, he loves him. He loves it when he does the joke where Rocka is like, yeah, and I need this guy's leg or I need this guy's eye. He thinks it's so funny. Like when they crashed and Groot, again, it's spoiler zone. When they crashed and, you know, Groot exploded into a bunch of sticks, he's just like, but he's a tree. They could just replant him, right? Hi, Mona. So it's been really fun because it's almost like I get to experience it again, you know? So, I mean, I remember going to see Infinity War in theaters, and of course there'd been no spoilers or anything yet, and everybody's flabbers were gasted when it gets to the end, and the good guys always win. What do you mean this is how it ends? And it was even worse because then we had to wait for Endgame to come out. Hi, Kenny. But needless to say, he's really enjoying them, and it's been really nice bonding time, and yeah, because I answered some of his questions, but not all of them. He really wants to watch Age of Ultron. One of his little buddies asked him if he had seen it yet, and he hadn't. So Ultron is next. Ultron's going to have a few spots that we'll skip over. You know, if it's anything that, you know, the Marvel movies are pretty good because most of them are PG-13. There's not like, when somebody dies, it's not like this big, grandiose, like in a way where there's a lot of visuals. Like it's usually just like one thing and then they fall over or something. But Ultron, when Quicksilver eats it, I might just skip over the visual of Quicksilver, you know, because they show that he's been shot, and I'm just like, So I definitely, if there's something potentially distressing when a character goes, like we pause it and I was like, okay, so, and I try to explain it and everything. So he's handling it really well. And a lot of his friends have seen these movies, so he wants to be able to, you know, and for the most part, they're all very good, you know, good versus evil kind of thing. But he's doing really well with it, and he's enjoying it. So he doesn't want to sit through all of them, but ones where we meet key characters, like he wasn't thrilled with, like he's not super excited about watching Civil War because it doesn't have anything to do with with an Infinity Stone directly. But in the new iterations of Spider-Man, this is where Civil War is where we meet Peter Parker for the first time. And so, because he wants to watch the Spider-Man movies, but I think we're going to need to do a whole Spider-Man saga by itself. Daughter was in labor. Congratulations. How did it go? We've been using the Derwent Drawing, Derwent. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. So for Spider-Man, like we'll watch Civil War because it's there. And then Homecoming is supposed to be after that. But I think what I want to do is we're going to get through the Infinity Saga. And then I want to go back. And start, before we get into the full Spider-Man saga, hi, Palma. I want to, the animated version of The Hobbit. He's not ready to show the image. Oh, you want to know something funny, Kim? So, obviously growing up, the Lord of the Rings movies didn't exist yet, and that's on our list. But it was so funny. Little Steve was saying, he's just like, well, we're watching Doctor Who and the Avengers. He's like, I don't want to start too many new things all at once. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. You want to just experience it. Baby girl's born May 2nd, just after midnight. Oh, congratulations, itty bitty 6 pounds. Oh, well, enjoy the snuggles. When I was younger and I saw the animated, well, I guess not, that's the animated Hobbit. I'm thinking the animated Lord of the Rings. I totally, in the animated Lord of the Rings, I don't even know how old I was. I was young, but I totally had a crush on Frodo. I think I've only, like, as a kid, I only had crushes on 2 animated characters. That one was Frodo. Hi, Robin. And the other one was, I can't even remember his name now, but Treasure Planet. What was his name? I can't even remember. But yeah, Treasure Planet. And I know I'm not the only one who, on occasion in their childhood, had crushed on animated characters. It is what it is. All All right, let's fill in her eyebrows. Remember, she's not going to be blonde. We're going for darker. We're kind of doing our kind of underpainting color. But yeah, so we're going to do Ultron next, and then we're going to do Ant-Man, we're going to do Civil War, definitely Thor Ragnarok, but again, I will be skipping certain scenes because, like, the scene where Hela takes Thor's eye. We're going to pause that one and just skip over that, and then I'll explain what happened. And then he'll probably find it hilarious that Rocket has a dude's eye, and he's like, hey, I got this eye, and he just gives it to Thor. But he enjoyed the first Guardians of the Galaxy enough that he wants to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Even though the only thing about Guardians 2 that ties into Infinity and Endgame is when we get what's the alien with the antennas? Jim Hawkins! Thank you, Durbin. I couldn't remember that. Yeah, Treasure Planet. Totally had a crush on him. Oh, Mantis. That's her name. Mantis. Anyway, so, you know, he'll need to meet her. And he is curious now after, at the end of Guardians 1, they say, hey, by the way, you're not completely human. An animation nerd. Hey, work with it. Darian from Sailor Moon, love it. Funny thing is I know we're going to do dark hair, but I feel like she could rock the light hair. I don't know, just saying. Okay, so now let's jump into, do I want to start with black? No, let's start with, actually, yeah, let's start with black. Sounds good. All right, so we're going to start with black, and we're going to want to make sure that we leave space for the highlights. Now, because of where these are curved, I'm going to have like the highlights kind of be in the middle, maybe like here, maybe a little bit here, and then on the top of there. Canvas shenanigans these last couple weeks. I vaguely remember seeing something about it online, but I haven't. Like, I heard there was something going on, but they didn't say anything. Did the whole deal like affect school computers and stuff? Enjoy the live action One Piece. Not for littles though. I've heard of One Piece. Hilariously enough, I only heard, like, I've heard the name in passing, but it was more cemented when wasn't there, I can't remember which country, and it's probably really ignorant for me not to remember the country, but there recently were protests in a country, lots of unrest, lots of fighting. I think maybe even one of the leaders had died. Anyway, they were using the One Piece flag as their flag, I think. It's a 1,000 episode animation of One Piece. Oh, very cool. Netflix series. Okay, good to know. Also, today is what? The 15th? Isn't today, I haven't seen it yet, so don't spoil it. Here, we're going to zoom in for this. But isn't today the last episode of Outlander? Again, I haven't seen it yet, so don't spoil it because my plan was to binge watch it all at once. I have been doing my best to avoid any online spoilers. If I see that like Stars has posted something, she was on like, we go for a walk. If I see they post anything, like I immediately swipe fast. It's as fastly as I can. Episodes are very heavy. Yeah. Watched it last night when it dropped. Okay. Right, I love it. Okay, well then I will I will get my Stars. Although I don't know, I don't really have time to sit down and watch quite yet. Maybe school will officially be out by next month, so I'll probably sit down and enjoy it then. But yeah. I would like to binge watch. Like I said, I heard some rumblings of a character that I think they might have chosen to kill off. And if that's the case, like don't confirm it for me. Don't confirm it for me. Because if you've seen it, you probably already know if it's confirmed or not. But if that's the case, I think that's going to be one of those things where I am not, like, I know they've kind of stepped away from the book a little bit, but if that's the case, I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so I'm shifting the highlight a bit. And we're definitely going to be using our blender with this too. Prefer the anime. Just started One Piece? Well, dang, maybe I should. I was trying to remember which episodes of Doctor Who I want to skip past, because there are a few. The kids know who the angels are, though, so I don't think that one will be very distressing to them. But, yeah. Got lots of new things to show them. They're finally at an age where this can work, and I've been holding on to all of these shows. You cried a lot? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, do it with, like, nobody here, so nobody can talk to me. Like, no one talk to me. I want to watch my stories. I've been waiting. When's the next season? Like, now that Outlander is done, they've got to be advertising it. When's the next season of Blood of My Blood coming out? Or is that already out? I assume they're going to continue whatever Faith storyline they've got going on. I don't know. I may have to just, because I still don't know. Obviously, they'll have it play out on the show, so don't tell me if Jamie dies. But there's, you know, always been speculation in the books that he does. So I will be really interested when the next book comes out. Right, Jeanette? Last episode a few days. Wait, how'd you watch it a few days ago? Didn't it just come out at like midnight last night? Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow? What, is that the full title of the book? 3 Tomorrows? I'm going through, for whatever reason, I've had a ton of headaches this week. Actually, I almost canceled today because I'd had a headache all morning. But it finally subsided about an hour before I was going to stream. But because of that, I've been not wanting to listen to anything new. I just like to have noise on in the background, because if my head is hurting and I'm trying to accomplish something, I cannot focus on a new story and do what I'm trying to do. So I went back and I am listening to Way of Kings again. It's so funny because, like, I listened to Way of Kings a bunch, and then it got to the point where I felt like I wasn't getting my money's worth when I spent my credit on like a book that wasn't 45 hours long. Rivals. Right, Carol? I don't know if it's just all the funky weather or what. Because here's the thing, and I keep telling Steve, like, I'm so frustrated. Like, I'm aware that sugar, like, and I kind of jokingly call it hard sugar, but, you know, like white sugar, brown sugar, ice cream, candy, cookies, whatever, I react significantly to those. And so I have actually successfully, guys, I had one slip up a couple weeks ago and I felt terrible, and so I didn't even finish it. But I have not had any coffee in ages. When in truth, oh, nice. See, that's the thing is I read it once, but I don't remember it that much. So I'm like, okay, well, if I'm going to reread it, I want to start at the beginning again. So I haven't had any, like, honey and maple syrup is okay. It doesn't cause any issues, but it's so frustrating because, like, I don't drink soda. I haven't been drinking coffee. I haven't been, you know, cheating on my sweets or anything. I've been really good with steering away from my trigger foods. And yet I have had so many migraines and headaches in the last couple of weeks. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm past the point where I would get like rebound headaches because I don't have any caffeine. Like, my body's adjusted. It's fine. But yet it's still happening. I told Steve, I was just like, you know, this sucks, because anytime you watch a movie or a show, like take Bridgerton, for example. Don't need any candy at all. Yeah, I don't usually. Bridgerton, the most recent season, and this, like, okay, spoilers, if you haven't watched the most recent season of Bridgerton, plug your ears for a second. But the character dies, and the signal of a character that could be dying is, oh, they had mysterious headaches, or they've kept having headaches, yada, yada. And I look at Steve, I was like, why is this always the signal that a character is about to die from like an aneurysm or something? I'm like, I literally have them daily. If I was on a TV show, like, I would be screwed. I would have been dead like 15 years ago. I'm like, this is stupid. And now they're like not going away despite no caffeine and no sugar. And like, I was like, well, I'm probably going to eat it mysteriously next month. You know, it's possible. Sugar and artificial sweeteners cause migraines, so it's just water, right? No, I am down to milk rarely. I don't do cereal anymore. Milk rarely, mostly water. And if I really need something sweet and I just, and you know, like whatever, I'll have like this much apple juice. Like, that's it. Could be part withdrawal. Yeah, but that, like, after a week or two, shouldn't that end? I mean, it's been like a month without coffee. Drinks, mixes have added caffeine. Yeah, no, I'm super careful. Literally, it's like water and a little bit of milk and a little bit of apple juice. Like, that's all I'm drinking. Like, it's not cool, man. Barometric pressure change has been bad here. That could be it. From the weather. So wait a minute. Linda, when you say eye migraines, are they like here? Because this is where mine have been. Right here, like right along my eyebrows, like on the side, like these ones here. Like I can usually tell if it's here or here. It's generally like a tension headache. And like if it's here, it's sinuses. But these have been here. Dang weather, then it needs to make up its mind because I'm over it. Water sometimes isn't enough. Isn't that supposed to be like the truest form of hydration though, is water? The thing of it is one of my medicines that I take, it gives me really bad dry mouth, which is why I'll run out of water sometimes on stream. Really? Were you sick at the time? Because I know that like even drinking like water when you're sick, like it has to be like constant. Electrolytes. See, I have electrolyte water. I should go back to it because this is just my regular bottled water. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll drink some electrolyte water today. Spots and vision. Well, see, I have that in my left eye anyway because I got this freaking tumor in my face. Anyway, I haven't done the MRI for it this year because I'll be honest, I don't feel like spending $400 if it hasn't changed. Because that's what I like. The insurance covers some of it. Electrolytes, yeah. Normal vision, not your friend. Yeah, so like I still have, let me see if I got a sticky note here. So the, they really are. They really are. So the spot that I see in my left eye, it used to be more football shaped, but it looks like this now. And I don't see it all the time. Sometimes it's just like blocking my vision and I can't see it at all. But other times it just depends on where I look. I know it sounds crazy, but this is what I see in my eye. Anyway, I have an appointment on Monday with my ophthalmologist where he can take a look and see if it's pressing like on my optic nerve at all. But like, a lot of heck, yeah. Yeah, they really are, Angela. Anyway, and I'm gonna ask him, like I remember asking him before, like, what is the worst case scenario? Like, short of just waiting for symptoms to show up about it pressing on my optic nerve or whatever else, I'm like, do I have to worry about this thing like imploding? Like, is it gonna like, I don't even know. It's like made up of tissue. It's the weirdest thing. But I'm just gonna ask him because I'm kind of at the point, like, I don't want to spend $400 a year just doing MRIs of the thing. Like, how much of a risk is it truly just to, oh, flashing kaleidoscope. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Like, I really want to find out what truly are the risks of removing this thing rather than just sitting and waiting like it's a ticking time bomb until one of these days I can't see out my left eye, like, at all, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm going to ask him about it, and he may just tell me to go speak to my oculoplastic surgeon, but Because it's not like I'm only having headaches, like, because this is the eye that the tumor is sitting behind, but I still get headaches over here. So it's like, I can't even say, because they saw the scans and they're like, oh yeah, no, it doesn't press on anything. And it's like, oh, of course, it's something else. Anyway, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like it's almost worth the risk just to get it out so I don't have to deal with it anymore. Everything's expensive and I don't want to spend $400 a year to go look at a thing that's not doing anything. Just like, really? Can we just take it out? That would be great. I don't want it anymore. Can we ask it to move out? Anyway. Headaches around my eyes, sinus, because the connective tissue disorder. Oh, yeah, it sucks so much. And that's the thing, is I can't even go to a neurologist or my doctor and say, hey, I'm having headaches, because I've literally tried everything from medicinal to homeopathic. I know, Kim, but I'm just so tired of it. I just want to get the kaleidoscope. Rare, not painful, was told optic migraine. Yeah. I'm just so tired of it. I just don't want it in here anymore. I'd hate like thinking like, what's like, is it just gonna like I said, is it gonna implode? Is it just gonna start like leaking someday and then I'll have a freaking seizure? I don't know. But it's like, I have enough issues. I just want to be done with it. Trigger starts having, yeah, if I, there are times like it's happening right now. If I look up, it hurts there and there, just under my eyes. Getting removed, or wait and see if it ever causes sight issues. Yeah, that's pretty much where they're at with it. First time occurred after binge reading. Oh, weird. Yeah, because I've been having so many migraines, I was editing the video for that Small Victories page that I showed you guys last night, and it got to the point where I was tired and it was late and I fell asleep really fast, so I knew it was because I was tired. But like the video, I couldn't see any of the lines. Like they were like, I was like, did I just film it out of focus or anything? No, it was just blurry. Exactly. Yeah, I can imagine, Foggy. And like I said, like the last MRI I had for it was, I think, March of last year. So it's been about a year. So he may say, no, we need to go get another one. So I'd be like, all right. Because I know that if they decide to do the surgery, they're going to have me do another MRI anyway, so they can take a look at it. Not to mention a third MRI will probably help them gauge if it's growing or not, or what the true risks are. I don't know. I should probably just bite the bullet and go take a picture of it. Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, that's the thing. Yesterday I felt great. I didn't have any headaches or anything at all yesterday. I got a lot done. Isn't it fabulous when you like have chronic stuff, but you have a day where you're just feeling fine? I didn't overdo it or anything. I was just able to get a lot done. And then this morning I woke up and it's like, oh, that's the issue. Nerves were swollen. The pain was unimaginable. Optic neuropathy is no fun. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, and this whole tumor thing, like it's easy for me to forget about it when I'm not seeing anything. But for the last couple of months, like if I turn my head a certain way, I could see it right now. Totally different reasons. So best you get them tested. The eye pressure, do they put? Yes, yeah, they get the eye pressure checked every time. So Monday I have my appointment with them. They'll check my pressure, and he's able, with the machines, he's able to kind of look behind my eye and take a look at my optic nerve to see if anything's changed. So, you know, that'd be that. Right, Carol? Oh my gosh, yes, that exactly. It's like, this is great. So like yesterday, I did laundry, I did dishes, I cleaned the kitchen, I made dinner, I filmed, I did all the things. All the things. And again, it wasn't like super physical heavy. Like if I do like the front lawn and the back lawn, I'm usually pretty exhausted for a couple days after that. But like, it wasn't anything that should have exhausted me. And I was just like, not fair. Not cool, man. Peripheral vision shows a lot. Important to rule that stuff out. Yes, exactly. And they keep an eye on my, like, ophthalmic issues anyway, since I have Graves, because I don't know if you guys know much about Graves, but if you've ever seen anybody with like bulging eyes where their eyes are, you know, pushing forward, that is a textbook symptom of Graves. But I'm on medication for it, so it shouldn't ever get to that point, but that's something else they look for too. Hi Nessa, how are you? But that makes sense because we have had a ton of storms. Oh my gosh, speaking of storms, we had this small cell of intense storms that came over the house. It was there and gone in an hour. But preceding the storm, we had a lightning strike that was legitimately 1 block away. 1 block away. It was one of those things where you saw it and you heard it at the same time. It was so loud. It was so loud. Like, the cats are pretty immune to it now, but oh my gosh, everybody ran. Steve and I were downstairs. We about jumped out of our skin. The kids were upstairs and they're like, what was that? And I looked it up because sometimes there's a thing that tracks like lightning strikes, so you can look to see where it was, and it was literally at the end of our street. Oh no, Nessa, I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah. Oh, totally understandable, Sue. Not to mention, when you go through something traumatic like that, like, it messes with your whole system. Anytime I ever had like a really bad breakup, like, it was like I was sick. It was ridiculous. Hit a tree in my neighbor's yard and it knocked everything off the walls on our side of the house. Oh my gosh. Marilyn, how are you? By the way, in case anybody hadn't seen it yet. The chat going, or there you go, just like caught up and went nuts. It's finished. It's finished. I have a video of it on my feed if you guys want to see it. Okay, let's do a little bit of black on these strands. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. But yeah, it was crazy. Ta-da! Right? Exactly. Okay, we're going to bring it up here. I was really pleased with how the skin tone ended up last time, though. And Emily is having so much fun with her book launch. She's been sharing all kinds of stories over there. I'm thinking we'll do one section of braid here because I think we're not going to be able to get through all the hair today if I do all of it. Was outside on the porch and lightning struck a utility pole 12 feet from him. Oh my gosh, did he get knocked out of his chair or anything? It's funny, Steve was teasing me because it went off and I didn't go outside, but I kind of cracked the door and poked my head out because I wanted to see, like, did it strike anything? Was it just the road? Was there any? Yeah, it's a lot of hair. And he's just like, ah, yes, that's smart. Giant lightning strike. Let's go outside. I was like, shush, I'm just peeking. Neat to watch them reset the pole. It was a giant mousetrap bar they put back. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, close lightning is super intense. It's funny because our older cat, yeah, it's terrifying. Our older cat, I try not to say her name on here because it's ISIS. We named her before that group came out. Anyway, she is essentially blind and deaf. She can hear sounds as long as they're within about 1.5 feet from her ears. So it's like, it has to be really loud or really high pitched for it to hear it. She's also blind. Like, she can just see shapes. Anyway, that happened. And even she, like, sat up like, who disturbed my slumber? Oh, man. I feel so bad because she's because she can't see or hear anything unless we're close. Like, she gets startled all the time. Even if I'm not coming up to her, but if she sees me, like, walking across the living room. Oh, I can imagine. If I'm walking across the living room and she happens to get sight of my shape, she, like, gets startled and sits up. But the thing of it is because so close, my car, all the electrical stuff faded out. My heart went all flippy floppy, all tiny hair. Oh my gosh, I can imagine. You're good, Nessie. You're fine. And so she thinks, I think she thinks that she's alone all the time. And so she's taken to, I'll hear her downstairs and she just like does this, like her loudest meow ever, because I think she thinks that no one's home. So we do spend time with her, obviously, but she doesn't like to come upstairs because Annie is kind of the queen of upstairs. So if we're downstairs, one of us is usually sitting with her and petting. I've tried putting her in like a baby rep. She's like, absolutely not. I've tried putting a bed up here just so she can sit with me while I work. And she's like, absolutely not. All she wants is for someone to sit down there on the couch with her. And that's it. She's perfectly happy. She's really taken to little Steve, so she goes sits with him during dinner. But I just feel so bad because she just thinks she's alone all the time. But it's because she can't see or hear anyone. And consequently, she sleeps really hard. And when you have an elderly cat, you get nervous when they sleep really hard. So, I mean, I know it's all, you know, we take her to the vet frequently. She's just old. So anytime I hear her yowling, I try to go down and reassure her. Right, Durbin? Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, I try to reassure her. Like I told Steve, I'm tempted to get her a harness and like take her with me when I go pick up the kids from school and stuff, but she gets so stressed out during car rides, you know? So it's just like, oh, kitty. All right, so we've used black and we've used light ochre. Let's go ahead and go in with the warm earth, I think. Let's see. Dark brown, woodland, wheat. Oh no, not warm earth. I don't even have that out. What am I thinking? Let's go with woodland. Yeah, thanks everyone. I love. That's exactly what it is. Because Paul and Annie don't really snuggle with her. She doesn't really want them to. She just likes us. Okay, so woodland. But her pupils are just perpetually large because, you know, it's like the aperture is wide open because she can't see anything. It's like, oh, kitty. Okay. Oh, and if you guys missed it, I showed at the beginning of stream what the sneak peek of next month's download is going to be. I'm mid-coloring it, but it's a little vintage TV with 60s kind of vibe to it. And your blind eye looks large too. Yeah, because that's what hers is. I wonder if I've got a picture on here I can show you guys. But her pupils are just perpetually huge. Let's see if I can find it real quick. No, not really. Although, so we have a waterproof kind of blanket of sorts that we keep on our chairs just because she's old and she lives there. But this is how she sleeps, with her face like planted into the seat. Like she just sort of flopped there and fell asleep. And it always makes me nervous. I have to go over there and make sure that her stomach is going up and down while she's breathing. And I'm like, kitty, I need to make sure you're breathing. Trying to see. Okay. Here, she was wanting to get on my lap. You can see her pupils are just huge. That's her little collar. She's got a sensor for cat food thing. But yeah, her pupils are just ginormous. But you know, she's got everything she could need. We've got a free feeder thing she can just eat all the time. She is so pretty. I'm telling you, if I had the means to clone a cat, I would clone her 100%. Thank you, Callie. Looks like Josie had her for 17.5 years. Yeah, she's closing in on 20 years now. She's basically 100 years old in human years. She really is, Nessa. She's so pretty. She just showed up when Steve and I were early in our dating years. She just showed up on our porch one day and we let her in and she never left. Like we put up signs, check for a chip, put found cat signs, but nobody ever claimed her. And yeah, she just sort of stayed with us forever. But she's got really thick, dense fur. And she's always had those really pretty, like, blue-green eyes. So yeah, I would love to clone her. In fact, I don't know if I mentioned this already. I was at my vet last time with her, checking in and everything. Right, Derwent? Yeah, 100%. Old man is almost 19. I love that. They're just so crunchy at this age. just kind of hang out. She barely lets me brush her, but she doesn't really groom herself, so I have to make sure she doesn't have any mats. But when I went to the vet last time I took her in, because she just had her full yearly checkup, which is when the vet confirmed that she can neither hear nor see. They were telling me, because I was telling them, like, if I could clone any cat, like I would, or any pet, I would clone her. And they're like, actually, we do have a cloned dog. So this dog has apparently been cloned not once, but twice. So they've had the same dog for many years with the same name. And it's got like the same temperament, like everything about it is the same. It's so crazy. And so they've just had this one dog for years because they keep cloning it. I mean, gosh, how much must it cost? It must be like, what kind of charmed life do they live? Good for them, you know. They don't, you know, they want their dog forever, so they just keep cloning it. I gotta imagine, like, made it to 18. Is grumpy, vocal, and demanding. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The funny thing is in comparison to her, like, our other cats seem so small, but like Paul is probably, I'm trying to think. Well, he's probably about 8 years old, so he's not over 10 yet. And Annie is younger than that. Annie's probably about 6 or 7 years old. But yeah. I mean, we take her to the vet, we get blood work done, she's on monthly medications. Like, I feel like we've done a pretty good job of extending her lifespan here, but I expect the dog to act the same. It has entirely different experience and personality. So many factors go into it. Yes. Oh, absolutely. Annie's about 8. Yeah. Part of me wants to, because she's got such a good temperament, but also I would have loved to have had her as a kitten, because when we found her, she was about 6-ish months old based on her size. So that's what we're speculating. Part of me wants, like, when we get a dog eventually, part of me wants a golden retriever, but they're just so prone to like cancer issues and stuff. So I would love some sort of spaniel, like a cocker spaniel. Like, those would be so cute. But I need to do more, like, deeper research. And we've been talking about it for years. But the fact of the matter is, as long as we're renting, like, we can't get another pet. It's interesting though. I've sometimes wondered, like, it takes a lot to get qualified for service animals. Because if it's a service animal, then you can have it even if there's a limit on pets. But I wonder if it would ever benefit to have like a service animal that can like alert me, like a migraine alert animal. There's a dog that I follow now that does gluten alerts, which if I have gluten, it just makes me sick to my stomach for a couple days. So it's like, it's not like it's celiac where I have more serious reactions to it, but a gluten alert dog would be interesting. But life be lifing. Facts. But like a headache migraine alert dog, that would be cool. Okay, so we're still just using woodland. And if you guys have learned anything about the skin, we still have a lot more to go as far as layers are concerned. Because we're just kind of going in with the browns at the moment. And then the next stream, we'll be working on the shirt and flowers. Like I said, I'm going for kind of like an orangey green color palette. But I don't know. What's the Guinness Book of World Records for the oldest living cat? Isn't it like 30 years old? Also, on occasion, a thing pops up on my feed where it's like the oldest living hamster. It's the funniest thing. Going on 14. Aww. Well, we are very excited for the summer trip. We got the plane tickets. I've already been talking to my brother. I was like, hey, so be sure to leave some blackberries for me because I want to do some blackberry picking, but I think the kids are going to have a lot of fun. All right, so that was woodland. Okay, and the other ones we grabbed, I think I actually want to grab, do I want warmer? No, because I do want her hair to be significantly darker. So let's go in actually with, let's go in with dark brown now. We're gonna go to Oregon. Hi, Angela. Made it to 25. Oh my gosh. Yeah, every summer we take a trip to Oregon. So we're super excited for that. And I gotta make sure that I get plenty of content filmed because we'll be gone like probably a week and a half or so. And so I need to make sure I have plenty of stuff filmed and ready to go up. But yeah, we usually go stay at a beach house. And this one, we got lucky. We got an Airbnb that usually fills up really quickly. And it's like a block away from the beach. And we're going to take a train ride and do all the things. It's going to be great. All right, let's zoom in a bit here. Bye, Dawn. Get a sip of water here. All right, so we're just using that dark brown. And then I think after we're done with the dark brown, I think I want to go ahead and use our blender, and then we're going to go over it again with our black because I want her hair to be black. So the brown should really only come through in areas that are highlighted. Thank you. Sounds good, Allison. Allison, aren't you in Washington though? I should probably message Rachel to see if she wants to meet up again. But we are really looking forward to it. We're going to do the thing where we kind of lock down 2 weeks before our trip because we do not want to be sick for it. We have a history and I'm like, absolutely not. So the only thing we're going to do is Steve's going to go to work and grocery store, and that's it. It worked last year because as soon as we got back from the trip, we all had COVID. So I'm just like, yeah, if we could avoid that this time, that would be fabulous. Oh no, that's fair. Allison, I may message you later because I'm really curious because I grew up in Southern Oregon coast. Like, I'll message you sometime because now I'm curious. Oh my God, Allison, how crazy would it be if you lived in the town that I grew up in? I mean, the odds are really small because it's a super small fishing town, but I'll message you because now I'm really curious. Yeah, she says, yeah, no, that is specific. So we had a cat to be well over 30 weeks for her, 26, 27-ish years. She was several years old when we rescued her. We spent a decade thinking she could go any minute. That's what I feel like we are with our kitty. Hi, JRTist, welcome. No, I love the Southern Oregon coast. There's a place down there, kind of near Gold Beach, that is called Humbug Mountain. When I was growing up, that was our favorite place to go camping. You can hike it. There's plenty of poison oak and poison ivy up there, but it is super fun. Right, Allison? Exactly, exactly. Well, because I grew up in a fishing town, because that's what my dad did for 20 plus years. But we ended up moving when I was in like 8th grade. And, well, the rest is history. Exactly. I know I want to go back down there. Unfortunately, the town, like, it was good that my parents got out. It is not, it has not done well as the years have gone on. But I do remember the 4th of July was always a fabulous celebration. Like, they had fireworks, and we'd all go lay on this hill, and we could do requests. There were dinghy races and sandcastle contests and like all this stuff. It was so fun. But unfortunately, my sister went back and visited in this last year or so. And let's just say the house I grew up in is not the house I grew up in anymore. Everything's pretty well shot. So it's like, well, that's depressing. But, you know, the beach is still nice and pretty. It really does. Absolutely. You want to know what's so funny, though, is growing up in Oregon, it's a cold beach, right? There's some nice days and everything, but it's not like a Florida beach. And you'd always see these movies with, you know, the beach is packed, umbrellas, you know, like beach towels. And there was always tons of people. There was a lifeguard tower, like all of this stuff. But I always thought it was so weird because we never had any of that, you know, in the town I grew up in. But a big part of that is because, one, umbrellas would get blown away. Two, that ocean portion for us was really cold. People are not swimming in, like, surfing, yes, but we were most definitely not California. It was freaking cold. I did, it was when I think I was in senior in high school, we did like a class trip or something, and we did a polar bear swim. Our first 100-degree weather day in August that we traveled to Cannon Beach. The water was horribly cold. I'm still angry. Well, yeah, it wouldn't have gotten any warmer. Oh my gosh, yeah, Cannon Beach, because that's even more a bit north. But yeah, pretty much all the, right, Derwent? When we took the kids, like, because the kids have been to Oregon before, but the first time we did one of these annual Oregon trips, they're old enough to remember it, and the first picture I took of them in Lincoln City, it was like partially raining, so like I just had them get out for a second, and I took a picture in front of the beach, and they've got like their windbreakers on, and they're just like, they're all just like, ah, and I'm like, no, that's a more normal beach day. Still remember the curse words when I hit the water. Oh my gosh, right, Derwent? I distinctly remember, though, when I was growing up, I always had, like, fear of flooding, like Noah was going to happen all over again. We went to church a lot, and my mom reassured me that God would not flood the entire earth again. I was like, okay. But I distinctly remember because the winds would get so strong that I would hear our roof creak, and in my very active imagination, I thought for sure that our roof was going to just get full on ripped off the house. And like, that's what I would wait for. And I'm like, no, it's fine. Going down the coast during Syria is perfect. Sweater weather and sunset gazing. Yes. New Hampshire and Maine and on the East Coast. Oh, I can imagine. We haven't actually been to the Gulf since living in Texas. But I mean, Galveston is kind of, you know, and Corpus Christi is just like super far away. So we haven't really been down to the beach here. And we've been to Houston. I don't know, we haven't done a ton of traveling. Like Austin, San Antonio, and Houston, excuse me, is where we've all been to as far as like full on travel, except for the ones. County Beach, beautiful sun, and first slightly burnt. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I still got burnt anyway. But I really like, you know, collecting agates and everything. And we're not going to, so 2 years ago we went to Lincoln City. Last year, or no, 2 years ago we went to Depot Bay. Last year we went to Lincoln City. But this year, I won't say where we're going exactly, but it's neither one of those, and it's far enough away that we'll be experiencing new beaches because Lincoln City and Depot Bay are kind of like right next to each other. So we actually visited Depot Bay while we were staying in Lincoln City. And so, yeah, we're excited to take the kids kind of somewhere new. You know what? I'm actually going to very lightly fill in this light color here because we want her hair to be pretty dark by the end of it. So I'm not pressing very hard at all. I just want to like, because we are going to use our blender. Let's see. From Massachusetts, vacay time, New Hampshire, Maine. Only used to very cold. Yeah, exactly. Family in Lake Jackson and Pora, Lopaka. Beaches were a lot less touristy and more locals and chill. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I have a friend who moved to Corpus Christi, and her kiddos are just like the best swimmers. Like, they've been swimming since they were little, and so they're always posting videos of them going to the beach in Corpus. But I would never want to live on the Gulf because of like hurricanes. Like, I get nervous enough about tornadoes here. 11:05 already. Look, hair takes a while, okay? I just realized what time it was. But we've got a big, busy day tomorrow. Like I said, we're doing all of the kids like end of the year. I haven't done her eyebrows at all. Oh my gosh, she still looks like Daenerys Targaryen. We gotta fix that for her here. Sorry, ma'am. We're gonna get there. Sounds good too. When I first moved up here, me and my friends would take a tour boat from downtown Portland to Astoria to do the Goonies tour. Oh, I know. I told Steve because when we were trying to decide where we were going to go, I mentioned Astoria and I was like, look, but if we go to Astoria, we're going to need to go to the Goonies house, and we're going to need, because the kids haven't seen the Goonies yet. So we're definitely going to need to have them watch the Goonies, and then but we're not going to Astoria anyway, but it's on the bucket list. I want to take them there eventually. Heck, I want to go there because I haven't actually been to the Goonies house before. A lot of advance warning, more than an earthquake or tornado. That is true. That is true. Crazy if they've been monitoring 2 great whites that have shown up in Seattle and are still moving north. Well, great whites, aren't they usually in warmer waters? My dad, he's told me loads of fishing stories because he was a diver. So, you know, and he did like, you know, like sea urchin and whatnot, because he used to take like business trips out to Japan. And I've got like a home video somewhere that he took of the sea urchin plant. It's really cool. But he has told me that in his diving adventures, it looks a lot lighter on camera. It is darker in real life. He has actually seen, like from far away, obviously, he didn't have an up close and personal experience with them, but from far away, he saw great whites. I used to ask him to tell me fishing stories all the time. Next time they come to visit, I should ask him to tell me his diving stories again, and I should take notes or record them or something so I can write them down. That'd be so cool to have. Gulf weed regularly evacuate due to hurricanes. It's tedious. My hometown was wiped off the map by a hurricane twice. It's just too much for a collector like myself. Too much. Yeah, I could see that. Very, very small town. Yeah. Right, Angela? I really should. Like, he doesn't talk about it as much. My dad's the kind of guy who does not like to dwell on the past, and he likes to move on. And I also know that there were some very emotionally taxing trips, you know, when he had to be the captain, had to get him and his guys out of a pickle, you know? But I should really do that. Get those stories. At the very least, I can tell them to you guys. I should really do that. And then like type them up. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to have to call him today and be like, look, when you come to visit, we're going to talk diving stories because I want them. But I distinctly remember when I was a kid, I would ask him to tell me some of his diving stories as a bedtime story. Once you want to remember as you get older, you start forgetting things, right? Grandpa was the same. Yeah, exactly, Cal. Like my parents, I mean, how old are they now? What are we in? 2026? They're over 65. I know that. I gotta do the math on how old they are. But young enough that they still remember the stories. So that's good. Like I said, they spend 6 months out of the year down in Mexico, but he's doing a lot of fishing down there right now too. So he's enjoying himself. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do our blender so I can see where we're at. And then we're gonna be adding a lot more black because her hair is going to be a lot darker. Gets older, they're often way more inclined to share the stories so it isn't lost. My grandma, before she passed, opened up about growing up during the Depression. Allison, I bet you those were some stories. When I, so we're gonna use our blender now. When I worked at the retirement home, I wish well, I probably wouldn't have been allowed to record their stories, but because I worked the night shift, I was the med aide, so I wasn't the RA, so I didn't have to go around and do a lot of the other stuff. I had more downtime. So when all was quiet and checks were done, and it was just a matter of, you know, making sure that there was someone there in case an emergency happened, I would go spend time with some of the residents there. And like, there's one lady was married to her first cousin, but this was like a long time ago, like a long time ago. She's, you know, it's been a while, obviously. I want to say that she was born, she was really up there. I want to say she was born in the 20s. Again, this was a long time ago when I worked there, but I want to say it was the 20s, but she was like in the country 20s. Right, Carol? That's what I'm thinking. See, I'm forgetting your loved one's book that starts them recording their life using prompts at times. Turn it into a book. That would be cool. I actually thought about that because I saw that ad too. And I think it definitely needs to be like, I can't just give him the book and have him like record it. It would need to be an interactive thing. He might find it tedious otherwise. Her hair is so light still. We have a lot more to do. But again, you guys are getting some of the light reflections, so just trust. It's going to be a lot darker than this because we are going to be going in with our black next. And I may break out like a harder leaded black so I can get pencil strokes on here too. We have a couple of those sound recording books, like the Hallmark ones, and they recorded one that was 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. I keep forgetting her eyebrows. Guys, don't let me leave today without doing her eyebrows. Yeah, this is going to be so much darker. But once we can get this color down, I'll be able to gauge a little bit more how much darkness we need. Like, we're getting glare. There you go. That is more accurate to what it is now. Still needs to be darker, but that's more accurate. We're getting like... I'm gonna figure out if it's the curtain. Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, just trust. Yeah, because normally in the past couple years we've been able to see them twice a year, but we're gonna see them hopefully this fall, and we'll see them this summer too when we go to Oregon. So that'll be nice. Thanks, Kenny. Oh, I need to sharpen. It's getting so nubby. It's so nubby. Barely. I need to find my little thing of like sandpaper where I can use to sharpen it that way. I don't know where it's at. Where I would have put it. I gotta make a note of that. Find my little sandpaper sharpening thing. Thank you. All right. We're gonna dust that off. Yeah, right now she's got like when Beyonce goes blonde. That's what she's got going on. But we will be darkening this up quite a bit. Yeah, but it should be a pretty fun trip. And like I said, the kids get to go out to my brother's farm and feed the babies and check out the cows. They've got cows, pigs, horses, quail. My niece has she sells quail eggs because they're her quail. She's in charge of taking care of them. You know, give her a little responsibility. Oof, this may be reaching its end. We may be reaching the end of the tiny nub. It's okay. We can get through this hair session here. I believe in you, Blender. But this hair needs to be much darker. Okay. Good enough there. Now we're gonna go in with our black because, oh yeah, this needs to be so much darker. Here we go. You can see a little bit more accurately. She really does. No, Beyonce could do any hair color. Okay. So now, like I said, I wanted her hair to be black, so that is what the end goal is, but we still want some of those highlights. Yeah, that's much better. Gosh, I wonder if I turn off this light, will it get rid of the glare? Yeah, a little bit actually. And we can brighten that. I don't know if that's better. I'm very indecisive. We do that. Okay, yeah, that's better. Is that better? Okay. Started writing down things I remember when I know about my relatives before me. Oh yeah, that's good. That's real good. Is that better, you guys? I think it's better. Turn it down just a little bit. If it's too dark, let me know. Right? Yeah, I don't know much about, I mean, none of my grandparents are here anymore, but my grandma really wasn't much of an oversharer either. She was kind of like my dad in that way, where she just didn't like to talk about the past all that much. Which is why I'm so glad that the kids are able to have such an active relationship with their grandparents. I mean, I spent a lot of time with my grandma when I was a kid, but I think I was too young for her to really enjoy my presence. Yeah, I would love to do that. Because then I could like make it into a printed book for all of the cousins and whatnot. Like I would just record it and then like do it in a transcript later. Because so much of our history is lost throughout the years, you know? Okay, I'm gonna pause before we go on, and I want to do now, let's see, where were the other browns we got? Actually, you know, we should grab, let's get some of this Venetian red in just a bit. Compared to others, oh, they last ages. They last ages. Where is my little, oh. It just gets harder to use the nubs. I'll probably start using some of these slightly longer nubs. But yeah, they last great. Okay, so Venetian red now. Yeah, I like that a lot actually. Really, like, it is like a brownish color, but it helps make these ones pop. Oh, side note, if you want a quick, easy listen to and you have Audible, because it's free on the Audible catalog, The Man Who Fell from the Sky. I don't know if you guys have listened to it or heard of it yet, but it is about, it's a World War II drama, and it is a pilot, a German pilot that has to bail out, and it's a romance, and it's not like a, you know, Court of Thorns and Roses romance. It's just a romance. And it's really good. It's really good. I never remember much about his childhood except the food he liked. Has anyone heard of a dessert called a Charlotte Russe? Yes, probably because of Great British Bake Off. My mom's side would share stuff with me that not even my mom knew. We go into long drives and I visit and listen to Loretta Lynn and Dolly Parton, and she'd talk about her childhood. Oh my gosh, I bet those were great stories. There's the Rath people going farm to farm, living very poor. Did they? If so, I want to see it. It was because I was like, I'm in this lull of where I don't have any more credits. So I was like, oh, well, why don't I go ahead and listen to this? The Man Who Fell from the Sky movie. Tragic story of two men who hid in the landing gear of a British Airways flight. Channel 4. So there's The Man Who Fell from the Sky, but it doesn't look like it's the same story. It's like there's a lot of things that have the same version, but it is set in 1944 Germany, or it's set in 1944 England as a German bomber that shot down, and then he has to parachute out, and yeah, it's good. It's good. No. I mean, I suppose they're better than the Color. They're better than the Color, but not the Prismacolor. I don't know. I haven't used Castle Arts in ages. I had some issues with them using my content without asking and saying that they took it down when in fact they did not. And so there's a reason I haven't used Castle Arts in a while. They kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. Because I'm not the only one they did that to. So I'm like, I'm good. As a kid, he was a cardboard tube that he pushed from the bottom. First came whipped cream, then at the bottom sponge cake. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, it reminds me of those, when I was younger, we'd go to the ice cream shop and they always has those sherbet ones that you could push up. Yeah, it really wasn't. It really wasn't. Like the first time, okay, yeah, someone made a mistake kind of thing. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll take it down. And then, because it was running on a paid ad. And I was just like, like it'd be one thing if they had even asked for permission before they did it, but they did not. And I'm like, look, if you want me to make an ad for you, I'd be happy to. We can collaborate. You could pay me to do it or whatever, instead of just, you know, typing content. Finally tried full Castle Arts 72 set. Not a fan. Their Harmony set and pastilles were far more pleasant, but curated. So yeah. Couple to Color. Prefer Color over Castle Arts because they're a bit softer. Yeah. I wasn't super impressed with the heart. Like if I take my reservations aside, I do like the regular Castle Art ones, the soft touch. The oil-based one, I had a lot of breakage issues, and the harmonious ones, I had a real hard time with that pigment laying down. Yeah, honestly, I should probably, I don't know, I have plenty of Castle Arts sitting back there. If I'm not planning on using them, I should probably like donate them or something. But I definitely have pencils I don't grab for anymore. Yeah, I really like that Venetian red. Okay. Free coloring page weekly. Lately they've been sneaking in what looks like AI art, so not even freebies are great. Ugh, that sucks so much. Like there's so many good illustrators out there for them to have to do that. Right? So many. Oh, the Woomer. Oh yeah, you were asking about those last week, right? Or somebody was. Let me know how you like them. It's so disheartening too, because it's so hard to compete with coloring pages on Etsy. When people doing AI pages, they put out like, here's 25 pages for $2. It's like, okay, but how can I compete with that? Like, it's impossible. Okay, I really like the use of that Venetian red. I still feel like I want her hair to be darker though, so we're gonna go back over that with more black. Oh my gosh, okay, here's the thing. We're gonna finish this, and I keep forgetting your eyebrows. Don't let me move on to another section of hair until I do her eyebrows after these ones. Hey Steve, hi Steve. Yes, yes, so the scholars, they're gonna be harder. They're gonna be harder. And they are considered a student grade, but they're still good. They're still good. Yeah, exactly what Derwent said. You want to know something interesting? I haven't used them in ages, but I have in here, years ago, I got some of the Verithins. I don't even know if they sell these anymore. But when I was coloring my download for next month, again, it's not done yet. Where did I put it? Oh yeah, when I was coloring the download for next month, I realized I still wanted the lines of this pattern to stand out. So I actually used the Verithin and I went over some of the outlines for it. But yeah, if you guys missed it, this is going to be June's download. And after your guys' suggestion, I've started adding a fairy, a little one. I can't say that there'll be fairies in all pages, but they must still sell them, yeah. Verithin's your go-to. Yeah, they're really great when you're doing like line stuff, but I added a fairy in this one. Anyway, Thanks. But yeah, that one's going to be available for the June download. So if you are a Pencil member or the Instagram or Facebook subscriber, it'll be up on there. Hey, Steve. Okay, yeah, that's getting much darker. I like that a lot better. Focus still. Yes, okay. Zoomy zoom. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you. You had sent that before I had even done it, so if I had just looked up in chat. Thank you. Laying down liner art that can disappear into color, the color erase. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I wanted her hair to be pretty dark. Like, it's not coming out like fully black, but a very rich kind of dark brown is what I was going for. Just using the blender, I want to soften that highlight line a little bit. I've got the Guardians of the Galaxy music stuck in my head. Dun, 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 na, 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 na. Thank you. That's copyright. I shouldn't be humming that. But it's just so dang catchy. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. I mean, it is still more brown and I use brown, but I think it'd be fine. Okay, we're gonna do these real quick before I forget it. All right, so we did brown ochre. Let's go in with woodland. Okay. Yeah, this portrait reminds me a lot of like the Hannah Carlson style, like with the hair and the eyebrows and stuff. Let's do the other one. Okay. Actually, you know what? Because we do want it to be so dark, do I want to fill it? Let's wait. All right, let's go into our black. Sorry, I know I've been indecisive. I'm kind of going back and forth here. I think next we'll do our Venetian red. And I feel like having the eyebrows done really helps to bring the whole face together. Neons in the Scholar set are better than the Premier. Really? Like the colors are more vibrant or they go down better? Oh my gosh. How cute would it be if I did that with my dad, had all the stories, and then I illustrated pages to go with it. Oh my gosh, I need to make a book of my dad's adventures. We call him Papa Steve, I guess? Grandpa Steve? Because we've got Steve, and then we got little Steve, so this would have to be Grandpa Steve? I mean, I already have a legitimate Uncle Steve, but... All right, that's the Venetian red. Let's go back in with the woodland. Oh yeah, it's fabulous, Kenny. The paper is wonderful. 10 out of 10, absolutely recommend. I haven't used like any wet medium or anything, but it's able to handle quite a bit. Vibrant, easier to work with. Ooh, well, that's good to know. Yeah, because I just have like a small 12 set. I'm using black now. And then we'll probably go in with Venetian red one more time. Steve, if you're listening, chat made a good point today. All the headaches are probably from the barometric pressure since the weather's been all kinds of wonky. All the storms rolling through, and then we've got the hot and the cold and the thunder and the rain and the air quality alerts. All the things. Yes, that is much better, much better. And in fact, let's grab our woodland full set on sale for 20 bucks on Prime Day. Ooh, nice. Thank you, Kenny. All right, so I'm taking woodland and I'm just gonna darken up. Now that we have the eyebrows, we're gonna add a little bit more darkness to the skin directly under there. Yeah, 20 bucks is fabulous. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's grab the dark brown. Thank you. Usually once I start adding things, it becomes easier to kind of fine tune her skin tone a bit. In fact, we're gonna use a little bit of black there, and then let's grab dark brown. Where's it? Dark brown, there we go. And I want to darken up her skin tone where her hairline meets just a little bit. A little bit of shadow under that stray hair there. Yeah. Okay, let's do this hair out here. So let's go in with the black. I want to make sure it's nice and dark. Okay. Then let's go with the dark brown. Okay, and Venetian red. Anybody else excited because it's Friday? I am. Hang on, I went out of line just a little bit. There we go. All right, let's do this one over here. Yeah, I feel like her hair, her eyebrows, it really just helps to kind of bring the whole thing to life. Okay, Venetian red. And dark brown. First day of retirement. Congratulations. Telling me his job is to sleep in and sit on the couch and order in. No chores, no nothing. Just enjoy not having to do anything. Now, what we could do is we could actually add a couple like separate hairs to give it just like a little bit more. Ooh, Michelle, nice. So many exciting things happening. Not sure how you feel about it. What, getting a promotion? He's working in the yard. He can't sit. Honestly, fair. Okay, so I want to add some like baby hairs and some kind of wispy hairs just to give it a little bit more kind of body to it. I don't know if that's the right word. Just a few. So I gave it a nice quick sharpen. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of bring that around. Kind of follow the natural shape. Like I said, I sharpened it nice and tight. Nice, not nice and tight, nice and sharp. Words are hard. Okay. There we go. He doesn't want to get up, right? Right here, we're gonna have a few more there. Probably do one overlapping that strand as soon as it's done, but let's also do a few here. Yeah, that's good. I'm like, no, first day of retirement, you are required to come sit with me on this couch all day and do a Lord of the Rings marathon. Because that is absolutely what I would do. Okay. Might reinforce this strand a little bit once we get the flower colors all done. Bye, Linda. Thanks for being here. All right, let's do this strand here. Okay, now let's do our dark brown. Gotta stop humming that song, it's copyright. Actually, you probably wouldn't pick it up because I think there's like a certain length that you like can sing or hum things, but I doubt it's on key enough for like whatever bot they use to track it to recognize. Saturday morning he will. He better! Tell him that the YouTube community will keep him accountable, and if next Friday I hear he didn't sit down and do nothing, it's gonna be trouble. Bunch of random people on the, well, no, we're not even random at this point. Venetia Bread, a bunch of people on the internet says, hey dude, don't even shower, wear the same socks from the previous day, nothing. Okay, we're gonna use black. Like, his job is to be a full-on bum. A bump on a log. His best impression of a potato that he can do. Yes, exactly. Emelie Illustrator is not responsible for any violence committed thereafter. A vague disclaimer is nobody's friend. All right, let's see. Let's do a little bit more. Let's do some little baby hairs there. Okay. And then we got like 20 more minutes, so Spud Dude, yes. Get him a t-shirt that says Spud Dude for life. Spud Dudes forever. All right, so I just use them black now. Now I got a better idea of where I want the final product to be. We can get a little bit more bold with the black. Yeah, much better. Some restrictions being all rights reserved, all wrong reversed, not applicable outside the US, right? Exactly. It's like me, like Steve knows, like he knows me well enough that like he can kind of read my body language in a way where he can tell that like I'm starting to overdo it or feeling overwhelmed or whatever, and he'll just tell me, okay, you need to stop what you're doing now and go play some Minecraft. And I'm like, okay. Sometimes we need our spouses to be the little Jiminy Crickets on our shoulder. Not our conscience, but you know, someone that's in it for our well-being more than we are for ourselves sometimes. Plus, if he tells me to go be a bump on a log, I feel slightly more justified in being a bump on the log. I need to like get a sweater that has like the markings of a potato and just all the time. Family text, Don told them everything he wants to get done. And my dad said, don't rush, you have the rest of your life to do these things. Facts. Facts. Should take some time and travel before we do things around the house. Get him to take you to Spain. Spain sounds good. Or like New Zealand. Go find the Hobbiton film set. Be cool. Okay, so I'm just using that black. I haven't gone all the way down to the bottom yet, but I want to, well, we got 20 minutes. Hi, Nif, thank you. Yeah, we are working in Fantasy World. It is a new book by Emelie Oberg, and I've been following her socials. It looks like she's already working on book number 2. So that should, well, not number 2. This is number 2. Book number 3. Book number 3. There we go. All right, now let's grab our Venetian red. Oh, it's book number 4. Oh, that's right, because she put out a new book. She put out a new book, or she put out her first book, and then Claire did the petition for her to get published again. You count the original one? Hopefully the McRib is back that day. No. Well, I mean, I guess sort of. The publishing company sent me a copy of the book, but it was on my list to get for myself anyway. Like if a company, because I'm on a couple lists just to get new releases, but not all of the books are ones that like I was planning on getting myself, or necessarily ones that are kind of like my vibe. And so I'm not obligated, like they're not saying, you know, oh, share this or else. It's more like, hey, we want to send you this, and if you want to share it, cool. If not, that's fine, kind of thing. So since this one was already on my list, and I know a lot of you in the community like her books as well, I was just like, heck yeah, we'll do a thing. So yeah, sort of a collaboration. What do you mean today? Ripe in July? Oh my gosh. Speaking of which, totally random. I need to go there because I usually get like the Central Market blueberries, which are like an HEB Texas brand, but for whatever reason, I like them because they're the natural, like smaller blueberries. I just get the frozen ones and keep them, you know, in for oatmeal or pancakes or, you know, whatever else I'm making it for. Anyway, the tag is still on the shelf, but the shelf has been empty for like weeks. Does anybody know if there's like a national blueberry shortage? I want my fancy blueberries. Actually, there is an actual Central Market store in Austin. I suppose if it got really bad, I could always drive up there. Right? I love them. I don't know. The big ones, like I like the big blueberries. They're fine. But in comparison to the smaller, like more natural wild ones, they're just kind of watery, you know? I don't know. I like to make compote. Instead of like maple syrup, I'll do bunch of berries because I can control the amount of sugar that goes in there. You know, waffles. I don't put any sugar in my waffles, and I rely on like fruit for sweetness and stuff. And so I like putting blueberries in there. I'm using black now. Yeah, they're teeny tiny. They're fabulous. I also really enjoy huckleberries, but that's more of an Oregon thing than it is a Texas thing. And then blackberries, obviously. Like I said, my brother has a farm, so he's got the blackberries on his properties. And so I'm like, all right, just don't, as long as they're ripe, don't pick any until I get there. Because we'll eat them during the whole trip. And last year, because we still had some before we left, my mother-in-law, she has a dehydrator. So she dehydrated the blackberries and then sent them over. So like I was eating them for ages, like putting in my oatmeal, like it's great. Raspberries coming in the year. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, I still want to get it as dark as this. So we have a little ways to go. We're going to do the black and then we're going to move to the dark brown. I'm all paranoid though, because 2 years ago when we went blackberry picking, my brother came back with like a tick on his clothes. It didn't actually bite him, but now I'm like super paranoid whenever we go out there. And I'm like, long pants, tall socks. Oh, she's working on book 5. 1 was a reprint and a few extra pages. Ah, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, let's see, dark brown. I wonder how she did that. I wonder if she found a new publisher or just went back to the ones she published with previously and said, hey, here's a petition. The community wants a book. I wonder, has she talked about that at all? I would love to hear the story of how that all came about. Like I said, I know that Claire did the petition, but it's then like, okay, well, what did she need to do to make that applicable to getting it physically published? Fairy tales, fairy tales. Oh, fairy tales, and folklore, fantasy world plus the original. I only have fairy tales and folklore. Was fairy tales the first one? Is it on Amazon or is it like out of print? Let's see. Let's go to Emelie Öberg real quick. Hang on, I just want to look it up online. All right, Emelie Öberg. We've got, yeah, because they also sent me the Happy Day coloring postcards and the Christmas coloring postcards. Let's see. See all books. Yeah, she's just got the fantasy world and fairy tales and folklore up right now. Essential oils for repelling ticks and spray your side. Ooh, okay, good to know. Fairy tales was the original. Okay. Do we know the name of the next book coming out? So I'm just getting plenty of that black there. There we go. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. This needs to be way darker though. SAG before fairy tales. What is SAG the full name or is it an abbreviation? It's kind of like with not Kirby, but Nick Filbert. Like some of his books are out of print, aren't they? A reprint of SAG. Okay. Just going, I'm pressing fairly hard with the black because I really want that to come across. Yeah, I'm much happier with that. Yeah, see, I can't do physical books because I just don't have the time to just sit down and read, but I listen the heck out of Audible books. Like I said, I'm going through Way of Kings for like the umpteenth time. Yeah, absolutely, Kim. 100%. I love it. Like sometimes I'll get, you know, like TV shows. Like I know that Audible is like a monthly thing, but that is like one of my luxuries that I don't ever get rid of. Like, I don't know, because when nobody here, like at the house most of the time, and I usually spend a couple hours in the car afternoon for all the school pickups and everything, like I love listening to it. It's perfect for it. All right, let's get some of the Venetian red. Okay, and dark brown. Oh, okay. I recognize that name now. Okay. Start thinking about things while I'm reading, and I'm like, yes, oh my gosh, Carol, the amount of times I have had to reread things, it's ridiculous. Okay, hang on, I want to look it up. O-C-H-S-A-N-G-R, Emelie Öberg, let's see. Coloring Queen, a reprint. Oh, here's her bio on Better Day Books. Oh, yeah, okay, fairy tales, yeah. Bachelor's degree in Communication and Public Relations. Interesting. Books. Yeah, the reprint. And fairy tales and the newer ones, yeah. Yes, Kim, absolutely. You just resubscribe to Audible? Oh, you'll love it. You'll love it. In fact, I got a little, like, you know, because they give you achievements sometimes. And it's like, you've listened to Audible every day for 27 weeks in a row. And I'm like, well, thanks. But now why do I feel like you're judging me? Like, look, I spend a lot of time alone, but I don't have time to sit down. Therefore, I grew up in a big household. I don't like the quiet. So listening to books is a great way to do it. Using dark brown. All right, let's use our blender again. There we go. A little bit more black. I feel like this area here should be pretty dark, actually. A little bit of highlight. By the end of this page, we're really going to need to break out our new black color. Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, let's do this up here. Lifesaver for reading, listening to books, even friend listens out. Yes, exactly. I use Audible for those books I want as keepers, but use Libby mostly and sometimes Hoopla via my library. So I looked that up for here, and because I like to listen to a lot of popular titles, the wait list for some of them is just brutal. Like, dang, man. So every now and then, I'll treat myself to like an extra little bundle of credits, especially if there's like a 3-book series I really want to finish. Mention The Man Who Fell from the Sky. I also want to listen to Yesteryear, my dental hygiene at Yesteryear. Let me write that down here. You can hang out with my little eye spot. Yesteryear. I'll look it up. High volume reader. Pretty much listen to the majority of what I've gotten from Audible. Yeah. Well, it's like I was telling my mom, I remember, you know, back when audiobooks were just CDs, they were so expensive. Like, I don't know, maybe I just remember them being expensive because I was a teenager and didn't have a job yet. But I just remember them being so out of touch. But I remember just thinking how cool it would be. And now, you know, 15 bucks a month, I get 1 credit plus the Audible library. Plus, if you buy more books, you get the member price. I don't know. I find it very worth it for me because there's like a part of me that wants to get a Kindle, but then also I'm like, the only time that I've read books on Kindle is when they're just not on Audible yet. Like I'll see some sort of excerpt from them online and I'll be like, oh, that's intriguing. And I'll go to Audible. Like, oh, it's not there, but it is on Kindle. So if I want to read the book bad enough, I'll do Kindle. You do have the thing where Kindle will read it for you, but you know, obviously there's no emotion, there's no correct tone to it. Like as it is, sometimes like I'll find a new book that's like in the Audible library, and sometimes these newer ones that aren't from larger authors, they default to like an AI reader, and it's just, oh gosh, it's painful. But that's the other thing is I do sometimes wonder if I would enjoy a book more if I wasn't listening to it, because like sometimes the narrators just ruin the story. And it's like, well, it's good, but I literally can't stomach listening to you, so I'm going to have to, you know, DNF and move on. More than one. Oh, see, I always listen at 1. I always listen at 1. The credit for the first pick this month. I thought it said quilters. doing immersive reading with some Lee Goldberg. I'm at 2.6 times. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I just read it at normal speed. Because half the time I get distracted, and when it goes too fast, then I'm like, what? Yeah, I listen at normal speed. I do not speed it up at all. My kids listen, or they watch like on YouTube this group called It's Funny, and they have really high pitched and they like voices and they talk fast anyway, and then they listen to them at 2 times speed, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I would. Well, no, see, for me, because like maybe I'd go faster if I had like unlimited credits and I could just blow through books. But part of it is I use these books as space fillers, and once I'm all read up and I'm caught up, I go, what do I listen to now? So I don't want to speed up the experience. So yeah, I listen to everything in normal speed. I listen as fast as I can read. I listen at least 1.5. I do read faster than I listen. So I think if I was following along at the same time, I could probably speed it up because I'm also looking at the words. So my brain could probably interpret it faster. A lot of popular titles that I'm interested in come straight through NetGalley website. Ooh, that's cool. It's like something I do. I go through books. So when did the quilters show up? Oh, that 100% would be something I do. Absolutely. The question is, what is the Quitters about? Like, is it so far from something comfy cozy like quilting is? If I'm reading and listening. Yeah, if I can follow it along. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Let's do woodland. But no, if I'm just straight up listening to it, nah, man, if that book's 45 hours long, great. It's going to keep me occupied for 45 hours. The only time when I'm working on something and I cannot listen to Audible is when I'm typing up something, whether it's like, descriptions for videos or if I'm responding to an email. I cannot listen while I'm typing. And also, as much as I can like watch Twitch and listen, it's usually because like I'm not paying as much attention to Twitch. If I'm trying to find the right music for the video that I'm doing, because I do listen to books while I'm editing. If I am hunting for music, I cannot listen to audiobook at the same time because I'm trying to focus on the music, and it just, yeah. I think it's a positive book. I think. Well, let us know when the quilters show up. No, seriously, if you listen to it, I want you to report back and explain the experience because that's just absolutely hilarious. If not immersive reading, then listen to 2.2. That's a good word. I like that, immersive, because I totally get sucked into the story, like 100%. Because especially, because I listen to it while I'm at home and I'm working or I'm cleaning or I'm waiting the car pickup line. So I'm by myself, so I don't have a ton of distractions. So, yeah. Hey, that's not too shabby. Although I feel like that's a little bit too light, actually. Let's cover that up just a bit more. We're going to grab the woodland, and that's just a bit too bright. I want to make sure that we have the highlights, but I don't want them to be like bright, because it's just supposed to be catching a little bit of reflection. Going with the black again. And what we could do if we wanted, and in fact, I think we will, because I feel like the wispies kind of gave it life a little bit. Hang on. Let's add some stray hairs too. So let's add a few there, right? Because nobody's hair is perfect. Just a little bit. Okay, and we're going to add some here. Because, she's got some, we'll do like a little flyaway there. I feel like that gives it a little bit more realism, Do a slightly bigger one there. I don't want to do them all like the exact, like equidistant. Thanks. Yeah, I would definitely feel like immersive read all. Like, yeah, that would be, there have been times where like, it's a new book and there's like some sort of tense moment that happens, and I will catch myself staring off into space with like my mouth hanging open because I'm so wrapped up in what's happening. 100%. Yeah, absolutely. The Quitters Club by Jessica Strasser. For friends decide to quit aspects of their life that make them unhappy. Okay, that's fair. Listening right now, I have an iPad mini on a floor boom arm. It's angled towards me. My iPad is on the bed table. But hey, I like it. So I watch you, watch chat, follow along page progress on screen, and then listen all at the same time. Honestly, yeah. Now, Sue, I feel you on that one. It makes me so tired. Like, it's great if I want to like read before bedtime, but yeah, it makes me so tired. Yeah, I really like the Wispies. I feel like they added something to it. Here, let's zoom out just a bit. Here, we'll do more on this other strand, but when we have this all done. 4 friends, that is. I'm going to say we'll decide a week or 2 from now to sit down and write 10 reviews at once. There you go. Okay. I think that's pretty good today. You know, hair can take a while. And if I was feeling it, I could probably do this even darker. Like remove some of the highlights. Eyes too tired at the end of the day. Yeah, totally understand. Yeah, I could totally add more black to it. And who knows, maybe when I get the braids done, I will. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with her. All right, well, that's it for today, for this weekend. I can open this back up, I guess. Maybe. Nope, never mind. The curtain's being funny. Forget it. Thanks, everyone. All right, well, I'm going to head out then. Everyone have a great rest of your week. We should be live again next week. Let me double check. Thank you. Let me double check the calendar. Yeah. Nothing on Friday. In fact, the kids get out of school on Thursday. So next week we'll start the kids are home during stream. So there may be the occasional interruptions. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. And I guess have a great weekend. I'll chat with you all later. Bye.